Hello, my name is Daniel, and this is my first YouTube video for the SIA assessment. So in this video, I'll be sharing what I have learned from my PACE, my social studies, my World Asia History, Social Studies 1109. I'll be sharing what I've learned from that PACE. So the PACE mainly focuses, mainly tells about why as Asians it gives us an introduction about an Asian history. And it tells us as Asians why is it important for us? Why do we need to learn Asian histories? It tells us why we need to. And also focuses on why Asia, continent of Asia, countries in Asia developed more slower, had a slower and a lower progress than the countries of Europe. So I'll be focusing and I'll be talking on that. And first, I'll be talking about why. Why as Asians, most of us are Asians. If this video is being watched, and as Asians, we should know why it is important to study about the Asian histories. First, as Asians, it is important to look back at where we came from. Look at the history of what happened in Asia, what happened in my country, what happened before, what did my ancestors did, what was my ancestors' dreams and their intentions and their aspirations. We should know that. And the future will be more meaningful if we have a closer look back to the past. And also in the history, it tells us there's so many things in the history that humanity have done something wrong. We know that it's not supposed to do like this as now. We learn from the history. We learn from the mistakes of our ancestors. We learn from the mistakes written in the Bibles, written in the books, and written in so many books. We learn from it. And it's important to see what's wrong and what we shouldn't do in the future by looking what he have done wrong in the past. And secondly, I'll be now talking about why Asia had slower progress than the countries of Europe. So if you see the continent of Asia, it is very huge. It's the biggest continent in the world. It's about 4 times large as Europe. But why did the huge continent did not grow as much as Europe? Why did it develop so slow? It has a reason there that has few reasons, such as there were so few sea coast areas. So first of all, water was very important in every time until now. Back then, and until now, water was one of the most important thing with food. But if it's near the sea coast, you can gain some water for farming, and also you can gain fish and some food from the sea. So it is very important to have sea coast. Also, and when it came to the recent history, we need sea coast for the boats, for the ships to go and get to the other country, and for the other country's ships to come into the country. So ships are very useful transportations back then. And there were some countries that only could allow the ships for the use of transportations. They only could use ships. And also in Asia, there is extraordinary extraordinary amounts of mountainous regions and deserts, which actually distracts from living and distracts from using the land fully. It's also distract from transportation, moving, because there's mountains blocking it or a desert in the middle, so it makes it harder. Also, the country of I mean, also, so due to some of the reasons I've said before, the progress has also been changed. So now Europe was very stronger than Asia, was already stronger. They already had army, they had more, there were more, wait a minute, else. They were more industrialized with more modern things. So they started to colonize. If you know that most of the countries in Africa and many countries in Asia were colonized by European countries. So they kept on colonizing, which actually slowed more progress of the countries of Asia and Africa. And also, the most important is the World War One and Two. It gave huge impact on the progress on the countries of Asia. So they kept on slowing and slowing. So these were the reasons why Asia and Africa had a way more slower progress than Europe, if you look at the history. But now, if you look and see that Asia, countries in Asia are getting stronger, they're growing a lot, and now they're gonna be replacing all the strong countries in Europe soon. So we can see that Asia is now growing in a rapid rate. So this was what I have learned from my social studies 1109 pace, and thanks for watching.